Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Cancer, welcome into your March 2022 reading. This will be a general reading for your energy in the month of March. We will have a 6 individual question and answer session in this reading so that you know exactly what you're looking at for yourself. Now, again, this is a general energy check. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. Take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest. Now, let's call upon our divine guidance, our angel, our ancestors, and my divine source into this reading for you, Cancer, in the month of March 2022. Okay. The first question would be your most significant energy in the month of March 2022. What is your most significant energy in the spirit and time? The second question would be your challenge. What is the challenge you will be facing around this portion in time for yourself, Cancer? What is the challenge energy? What is the energy in the challenge position here? The third would be what's your blessing? What kind of a blessing would you be receiving or would you be having in your particular energy level? What kind of a blessing is there for you around this portion in time, Cancer? What is the blessing? Okay. The next part of the question would be what kind of an energy is there in your environment? What energy would you be looking at for yourself in the environment part of this story? Okay. The next is what is Spirit's advice to you? What kind of an advice is Spirit trying to give you or is trying to communicate with you? And the third one, the last one is your probable outcome, which will depend on your individual timeline for every person who will have their individual astrological timeline for themselves. Okay. So we do have the cards in here and we'll get into the reading. The Three of Wands. So there is something that Four of Swords and the Wheel. Yeah. And the Hanged Man. Okay. So you're reflecting on a change in your life for some of you. You're definitely working on some kind of a change in your life that could be with regards to your monetary situation, could be in regards to your relationship, family issues, job, personal, professional, spiritual. It can be anything, right? But there is something that you are reflecting, you are pausing, thinking, reflecting. You do have a lot of patience over this situation here. But you are also stalling the situation for some of you, you know. So it could be a situation where you have already done your part of the work. You know what you want. You are prepared to work for it. You are prepared to go forward with that story in your life. But at the same time, you also know, Cancer, that for you to do that, there are certain things in your life that you will probably have to eliminate. Now, there is some kind of sacrifice that you will might have to make, some adjustments in life that you will have to make. Something, you won't get it like the way you have been before. There are certain things that you probably have reflected on that you want to keep. For some, there are certain things that you're reflecting on over your choice, your decision in life, right? But you're stalling something. You're not really, you're thinking part of the story kind of is still on over this particular situation, but you're really not kind of taking action on that right away. You know what I mean? You are kind of waiting for either the right time, or you're waiting to do some adjustments in your own situation, or you're trying to work around some area of your life where you know that everything is not in the rightful place, right? So there are certain things that is kind of holding you back, basically, right? Holding you back from taking action on this situation at this point in time in the month of March, and this is, see, this is where the Four of Sword, this is where, and the Three of Wand, right? This is where there could be, for some of you, you could be like thinking ahead, thinking about your future goals, your future aspirations, what you really want to do going forward, right? What are you really contemplating on? You're contemplating on certain things in your life at this point. And this contemplation is not based upon the immediate area. It is a contemplation that you are doing in regards to your future, more so, is what I'm getting, right? Something that is in your foresight, something that you know you already have a foresight to that particular issue or to that particular situation in your life, but you're thinking about it. You are wondering if if you can work with that, with whatever you are dreaming about, you are planning about, right? You are quietly working on your own energy here with regards to your own understanding, is what I'm getting, more so. You could be a little bit disconnected by yourself at this time in the month of March, because internally, you are deep in your thoughts, or will be deep in your thoughts, and this is with regards to something that concerns your future goals, your future aspirations, and your future story, more so, is what I'm getting out of this four cards in here. We'll keep it on the side. Now, as far as your significant energy is concerned, in the month of March, it talks about some kind of a new tangible story, something new, something fresh that you want, and it could be a new job, it could be a new house, it could be a new start to something in your life that you have been working. It could be a new business opportunity for some of you, right? It could be a new study area that you are wanting to move. Some of you are trying to move towards some kind of a situation that brings in more prosperity in your life, right? And it's definitely a very significant energy of something very tangible, something that you want to touch, you want to feel, you want to enjoy, right? Could be a trip, could be a plan of going on a vacation for some of you. For some, it could be a work-related situation. For some, it could be, like I said, a work, study-related significant energy. It could be anything for anybody, but whatever it is, it's like you want a new beginning, a new doorway, a new pathway to your success in life, right? In whatever that you are planning of doing, thinking about. Three of Wands, right? Again, yeah, Three of Wands, Three of Wands. It all concerns that whatever you do today, is what I'm getting, Cancer, is whatever you are planning on doing today should bring about success for you in your future endeavor, in your future goal, in your future story, in your future aspirations, because somewhere you have stopped participating, or you will stop participating in situations with the Four of Cups, which does not really bring you happiness, which really does not give you a sense of fulfillment, right? And you will definitely turn your back from situations that do not make you emotionally stable or do not give you an emotional harmony, so you will not even bother about that. It's more I'm getting, right? So, whatever you're planning on doing or thinking about doing in the month of March, it should give you a complete satisfaction with your emotions, with your understanding, that whatever you're doing, a very significant energy, right? That whatever you're going to start off in your life once again, your temperament should have an equal level of balance. You don't want to disrupt your temperament in here. And if there is a situation that concerns your temperament or concerns your feeling out of balance, or if there is some kind of a lack of harmony in any kind of relationship in your life, you're not going to work with it. You will not participate until you know that there is a balanced situation that's coming back into that situation. Until that time, you're not going to participate in any kind of a situation that brings about a disbalance of temperament in your life, right? And you're going to turn your back towards, because your goal, your aspiration is towards your future, is what I'm getting. You're thinking ahead, you're planning ahead, you're working towards your future, right? So, yeah, so this is where you are going to be. Um, you're not going to be in the group or in a setting or with people or in relationships that do not really make you feel balanced, is what I'm getting here, right? Now, your challenge over here is you yourself, Queen of Cups, right? So, your challenge in the reverse is talking about, again, an emotional insecurity, about a situation that what I'm getting is the reason that, is what I'm getting, Cancer, is this is not today. This is not an energy that you are developing as a challenge today. This is an energy that you already have in yourself, which is talking about the Queen of Cups in the reverse, of course, is talking about somebody or some situation or some energy here for yourself who is emotionally insecure or emotionally codependent on situations, on people, right? So your challenge would be to cut short that codependency, to know that you by yourself is enough. You don't want to feel codependent, because this is where you probably are a significant energy, is that if you're pushing ahead towards something new in your life, you can do it all alone. You don't need that codependency factor of feeling emotionally motivated, but you have the passion. So you have the passion, and through passion, you can talk to people. With passion, you can communicate with people, learn from people, um, grow, become more wise, because you feel that being emotionally codependent over situations is not going to bring you any happiness. So your challenge is, as the Queen of Cups, your challenge in the reverse is that you need to get out of that codependency for some of you, which is where your emotional security is being hampered, where you might feel that without a certain particular situation, group of people, friends, whoever it is, right? Without them, you will not be happy. The Ten of Cups. That you need people around you to completely give you that full satisfaction. But again, that is being a little bit codependent on people, right? To bring you your satisfaction or your enjoyment. And this is where the Tower is. So this is where there would be a shift in your understanding, is what I'm getting. And that could be also with a codependency in a marital relationship, in a love situation, in a work situation, anywhere, where you will realize that it's time for you to move past that codependency factor, where you felt that it's your challenge if you can do it, like Eight of Wands, right? If you can really move past an old situation where you were very emotionally dependent on people or situations to make you happy, more so, right? And this is where you have either you will understand there will be a big epiphany that will happen. Your challenge is that when the epiphany happens, when the tower happens, when that something will collapse, which will immediately make you understand about the whole situation where you had been holding on to a particular group of people, to a particular situation, to a particular area of your life, and you could not let it go. You were, sitting over there. That's where your realization will happen that it's not where I want to be. I want to move. I want to get out. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to be free. I want to be independent. That kind of an energy. Now, it is a challenge if you can do it, because something will happen. If not, it's already happened. It's in the challenge position, right? So it all depends on your understanding that epiphany will come. After the epiphany, what you do will be completely up to your way of thinking. Do you want to move, or do you want to stay back in that situation and be still codependent on people or situations to make you happy, right? But your significant energy is telling me that you will be strong enough to deal with this situation, even if that means that you are not going to take any kind of BS from people who probably, where you could have been feeling very vulnerable about letting go of people, community, group, friends, relationships, whatever, where you thought you were happy, or where you had that codependency of a commitment, a factor of commitment, of happiness, right? So, to me, the significant energy is telling me that somewhere you are understanding, or you will understand, that it is the time to find your right balance in yourself. And to find the right balance is the foresight of what you're going to do next. What are you wanting to do next? What are you thinking? The vision, right? Playing on your vision. Knowing there are a lot of things you still have not seen, you have not discovered, you have not explored for some of you, right? So the challenge position is, again, in the challenge, I don't give you an answer. The reason being, it's a challenge situation. What you do after the epiphany for yourself will completely depend on your own understanding here, Cancer. Okay. Now, your blessing is the Ten of Pentacles. The blessing is that there will be something that will happen here, which will be some kind of a solid relationship, some kind of a solid stability that could be with your family, friends, something that is completed, the Ten of Pentacles, but we'll see. Please talk to me about the Ten of Pentacles here. For some of you guys in the challenge position, you could be finding it a little bit difficult to believe that somebody is willing to build back a relationship or do anything. It's that challenge, right? What do you want to do? Do you want to move forward to a place of stability. But the blessing says that if you can move forward, everything that you did not probably get will fall into place with the Ten of Pentacles. But again, like I said, it all depends on your mindset, the way you act, the way you communicate, that will bring the final result of your blessing here. But we'll see. Yeah. The Page of Wands, the Seven of Wands in the reverse, and the Three of Swords. For some of you guys in the challenge position, again, you could be a little bit worried about a new commitment as well. For some, you could be receiving a new offer of commitment, right? Where, again, that would mean that you might have to shift your position in life, that you might have to move from one location to the other, or move your job, or move something, like something you have to shift, right? In order to move forward. That also could be. But being in a challenge position, in the insecure position of the Queen of Cups in the reverse, you're not completely sure about the situation as well. So like I said, it all depends on whether you want to go forward, because what I'm getting is that somebody could be coming over here, Cancer, with regards to a commitment factor for a long-term stability here, right? Now with the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands in the reverse, you definitely want to move forward. You are thinking about it. You're not moving as such, like you're not taking action on that right away, is what I'm getting. Because some of y'all can get a proposal of engagement, of marriage, of live-in relationships. It could be anything, right? But long term. So you could be thinking about this situation, Cancer, to be very honest with you. But again, like there could be risk involved in here that you're thinking about. A lot of things about the monetary part of the situation could be involved. You know, but again, with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, what I'm getting is that you are letting some kind of your guard down. You're not really fighting this idea in your head. But with the Three of Swords, there is a lot of things that you are still worried about. You're not completely, like I said, there is some element of doubt that you have gone through before for some of you, where you have got hurt and there has been a lot of grief and sorrow over a situation in your life that could concern your foundation as well. Now, so, what I'm getting, guys, is that you're not completely barricading your idea about this situation that you might, like I said, you might receive an offer on. But at the same time, the Three of Swords over here is telling me that you could be a little bit skeptical as well about the whole situation of this relationship here, right? So because see, if you go back, your significant energy is telling me that I told you that you don't want to be emotionally disturbed here. You don't want to participate in any kind of emotional disturbance that causes you to disbalance your own emotions in here. And that is something that you are restricting yourself from. Because for you, in order to move forward towards a new project or towards a new situation, you want to be totally harmoniously balanced, right? That's what I'm getting in your significant energy, which is good. In your challenge energy, guys, this is where the story is that, like I said, either ways, you could have been emotionally, um, you know, in a place where you were dependent, emotionally dependent, or you are emotionally insecure about a new commitment in your life that's coming up in here. Somebody wants a new commitment from you, but which also means, to me, which also means that the new commitment would have to be based upon some kind of a new situation, which is where you will have to move some things, move either locations or houses or jobs or whatever it is, right? So there will be some kind of movement, travel that will be required. So this is where somebody could be over here, Cancer, could be talking about a long term commitment here. It's a commitment, long term situation that's coming up in here, which is where, like I told you, which is where you're not guarding your feelings or your thoughts or your ideas. You're not guarding your thoughts or ideas. You're letting it flow into you, you're letting it in. But at the same time, like I said, you do have this Three of Swords. You do have some kind of an energy here. Please talk to me about the Three of Swords, about other people as well, people outside your own. I mean, it could be people in your community, in your home, who could be hurt, maybe. Yeah, Nine of Swords in the reverse. That could be where you are feeling, or you would be feeling a little bit anxious about this situation for some of you, right? The Five of Cups. Okay, so hold on, guys. So like I said, you definitely want to, but at the same time, as you're moving forward with your thoughts and your ideas, then all of a sudden, the Three of Swords is coming up in here, which is where Spirit is saying it's time for you to release that situation, release that worry, because you could be thinking about getting hurt for some of you. It's the thinking, right? That if you move forward, if you do everything, again, you could be getting hurt. That could be a part of your worry here, which is where you need to release that anxiety. That is an anxiety you could be having within you with the Five of Cups, that you don't want to face any kind of loss again in your life. You don't want to. So that could be a part of your story where you are, where you could be doing a little bit, but your blessing is they're telling you that it's there. Now, what you choose to do with it will be totally up to your decision, your understanding, right? But the thing about you is, again, you don't want to be tied up in any kind of emotional grief over another situation or over a situation in your life that you want to start, right? So, because this time around, what I'm getting, guys, is that if this happens, you will not be able to stop it, and you don't want to do it, right? You don't want to feel that grief again, that pain again, that sorrow again. You don't have that much of courage, for some of you, to completely stop that energy again, or, kind of barricade that energy either. So, yeah, so you're worried about that situation because, again, like I said, it could concern some amount of emotion, money in your life that you want to put in there or work. But whatever you're going to do and however way you're going to do it, there could be other people's interferences at this point in time in your life as well, which is where you have to release that anxiety over any kind of loss that you might face in your life if you move forward towards your blessing, right? So this is a little bit of a dicey situation, Cancer, that you are not completely, you're open to the idea, but you're not completely sure. That's what I wanted to say. You're open to the idea. You're not closing the doors, but you're not totally 100% over this situation, right? Now, in your environment, you get judgment in the reverse. So there could be situations, there could be circumstances uh, you don't want to make a wrong call on, you know. But situation could be such that you might end up taking a wrong decision over some situation in your life, in the environment. Or you might have to. You might have to. Let's see. Please talk to me about judgment in the reverse here. You have to be careful with the decisions you take in your environment here, Cancer, is what I'm getting more so. You have to be a little bit more careful because if you take a wrong call, might become a problem. Let's see. Yeah, you're feeling very restless about your own emotional situation here, guys. With judgment in the reverse, you're not being able to take a decision over something in your life, whether you want to move towards it. Yeah, death. Yeah, see, the environment is talking about that, you don't want, okay, this is what I'm getting, guys, that you don't want to make a wrong judgment call. That's what I told you, that you want to, you want to move forward, but you're not completely sure. That's what the problem is. You're not being able to really uh, say with affirmation yes to that particular situation here. Okay. Now, this is where the environment is saying that you are restless because, again, you don't want to take a wrong call in here. Because if you take a wrong decision in here, then you will not be able to change situations in your life. There is a change coming up in your environment. And that's what I told you. The change could be your personal, professional, or even for some it could be spiritual. But whatever the change is, and then you get the spirit's advice is the tower, you will have to do something about it. You won't be able to sustain that situation for too long because that situation, whatever that you are holding and thinking about, and you're not really clear if you want it, you don't want it. Even if you keep holding on to that for too long, it's going to crumble. So you might have to work on this change before that happens. Or maybe some of you are going to change things in order to rebuild something new. Because, and this is where you are worried about taking a call over this situation because you don't want to make a wrong choice or you don't want to take a wrong decision in here. Because you could have both negative and positive side with that situation, right? Whatever that situation is in your environment, it could have both positive impact on you if you do it, but in some other ways, it also could have some negative implications too on you. So the fun over here is that you want to do it. You have that force, that determination. You want to make that call. You want to take that call. But then you're restless about the whole situation because, like I said, it would mean that you will have to instigate a big change in your life, in the environment, right? And that is going to happen if you want to, kind of say you want to take the positive because negative is there, and you kind of blend both of them. You're not really sure if you can blend the two, make it happen together, right? Use both the energies, take the loss as well as the profit, kind of an energy, but at the same time you're restless because if you don't do that, you will not be able to change your situation of whatever the change is that you need in your life. For example, if you have a job, say you work in a job right now, and that pays you an X amount of salary, right? And you're getting a better offer somewhere else that will bring in more stability in your life, that will build a house for you, will keep your family safe for some of you, right? But again, for that to happen means you have to quit your old job. You have to quit your old co-workers or group or people you have with you, right? Um, but it's like taking a call on that situation, and you're worried about it, that if you leave your old job and if you go towards a new job that's more paying you more money, giving you more stability, bringing in more money in your life, would mean that it would mean a big change of situation in your own self too, in your own life too. So that would be a very tough decision with a judgment in reverse, you know, whether at all you think you should go forward towards it or you should not. That's the situation here, that you don't want to make a wrong decision in here, right? Because again, like I said, you're thinking about your future activities. You want money, you want happiness, you want tangible things to grow in your life. um, you want to bring back balance and harmony in your life as well. But at the same time, like I said, at the same time, this would be a tough call for you in the month of March as well, is what I'm getting, guys. Because the main concern with you is what I'm getting is that you don't want to take a wrong call, right? So Spirit is saying the Tower. Let's see what the Tower says. But what I'm getting, Spirit is saying, nonetheless, there will be a change. There will be a change, and the Strength in the reverse, right? Yeah, Spirit is saying that you're looking for this change. Spirit is saying you're desiring this change. But the problem here, Cancer, is that you are worried if you would have that strength to bear the change, to go through this process. You're desiring a change. It also could be for some of you that situation here who is not feeling good or who is weak may come to you for help. It also could be that for some of you, asking you if they can move forward with you in a partnership. You might get, so that could be also a part of your tower moment. That could be where you could be very shocked about this situation as well for some of you, because you might not have been expecting this. So Spirit is saying you have to be prepared for this shock. There could be a shocking revelation here for some of you that all of a sudden can topple into your life. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Yeah, and you have to be very intelligent about this whole situation. You cannot take, thing is that, hold on guys, let me get this out here. Okay. So in your environment, you could be going through some kind of restless energy, where I told you that you don't want to make a wrong decision. At this point, you don't want to make a wrong call. But at the same time, you want things to move. You want to be emotionally victorious as well. And that would mean that you might have to either change your own understanding, go through a metamorphosis that might happen, which will allow you to re-emerge as a new individual, as a new person, more stronger in yourself as well. Right? Understanding is better, strength is better, because with the Spirit's advice, it is telling me that Spirit is saying if you don't take action on your own change, on changing your own belief system, changing your own self, then whatever you have been holding on to, where you have been weak, you have not been able to withstand a lot of things that has crumbled or will crumble, and you might possibly see that happening already, or you will see that happening. So you have to work towards a change of circumstances in your life. If you don't do it, you will not be able to hold on to the state of things collapsing or crumbling. You have to also work towards your own strength, because some of you could be feeling weak at this point. And you might need a friend who could be as, a part of your advice team, give you some good help, good advice, help you to understand how to work with this situation where a lot of things that you had presumed was safe and secured will kind of collapse. You know what I mean? So you could find a helping hand, but you should have that strength to go forward towards it. That's what I'm coming to. That's what Spirit is saying. Then you will definitely find somebody to help you, because by yourself, it would be difficult for you to withstand some big shocking in the sense that you were not expecting it, or it happened all of a sudden and it kind of jolted you, right? That kind of a situation might happen, Cancer. So, which will again automatically drain you of your strength. So, at that point in time, you might want a helping hand, a helping hand to move out of this situation, somebody who can be your partner in this situation to help you emerge um, out of this moment of crisis for some of you, right? So this is where the queen of so this is where you will definitely get hold of somebody, or it could be you coming in contact or vibrating in the energy of understanding that you have to be intelligent about this situation. You have to be very intelligent. You have to think clearly, right? You have to think clearly. You have to work clearly. The King of Pentacles, right? With somebody in your life that may concern your finances too, for some of you. So you could come in contact with somebody in your life who could give you a new perspective to your financial part of the situation too. It also could concern your finances in here as well for some of you during this portion in time. You know, yeah, somebody who could enlighten you on situations that you probably are not aware of with the moon, right? You're probably not aware of, and that could be your financial part of the situation. So you have to be smart, you have to be intelligent, you need help around this portion in time. You need people who can come forward and give you advices, or um, give you advices or suggestions about things that you probably have not known before. And that is where the Hermit, right? That is where you have to think before, as the things are revealed to you, as you come to know of things that you did not know before, it will definitely put you in the hermit mode, right? It's definitely when you will absolutely withdraw in yourself to think clearly about your own goals and plans and situations that needs more maybe more to be more organized for some of you, right? So yeah, so don't worry about it, Cancer, is what they're telling you, that even though this could happen in the month of March, where where all of a sudden you might find yourself in a situation where you practically don't have that strength to combat it, right? That's what I'm saying. But again, there will be people, there will be friends and guide or whatever you will find who will come forward, and that partnership will help you to stabilize your own position. Because a lot of things, like I said, a lot of things you probably have not been aware of, and that could be more so with regards to your finances in here, right? Where you were not clear, you were in doubt about situations concerning your stability in life, right? That is something which somebody can very well clear for you. Somebody who could be very smart, very intelligent, thinks clearly, can come to your rescue. And this is where whatever you discovered, whatever you learn going forward about the situation you didn't know, will definitely make you think. You have to do a lot of soul searching over that situation before you come to your actual decision in here, right? Your probable outcome is the Chariot. So again, your probable outcome is the force and determination that is showing up in here. That's your energy, right, Cancer? That you want to fly, you want to take onto the driver's seat, you want to move forward, but you have to think clearly, you have to understand the situation clearly, about more so about your stability, your finances, right? You have to think very clearly, because you will definitely know a lot, you will definitely learn a lot from people who could be even professionals in your case, right? And that would be a good advice they will give you, where you will see through things that you probably haven't seen through before, is what I'm getting here for your spirit's advice. A lot of things will become more clear to you, is what I'm trying to tell you here. Yeah, and that's when the chariot comes into the picture, right? As a part of your energy, as in your outcome. Yeah, the two of swords. Yeah, there has been a stalemate energy, Cancer, in your life for a long time, maybe, where nearly you haven't taken a call on something. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, where, you really haven't moved towards, um, you haven't really worked towards your own situation. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm getting, guys, with the Two of Swords, the Five of Pentacle, and the Four of Wand in the reverse, you have been very unhappy about a situation within yourself that concerns your money, your stability, your love, your finances, your happiness, your network, anything, right? And you really haven't put an effort towards recovering that situation in your life. You haven't really recovered from that situation. So, this is where Spirit is saying it's time for you to recover from that situation, get out of that situation, and move towards something different in your life that will bring in more happiness, bring in more prosperity, you know. Yeah, you could be having a situation, Cancer, where you feel very defeated in yourself about this situation, and you really don't want to, you know, um, yeah, you feel kind of defeated with, either it has been a case of defeat where you have still got a lot of loans, unpaid debt in your case for some of you, or for some it could be that you have been doing a lot of one-sided charity, and now you realize that it hasn't really helped you, right? That it hasn't, because you might have thought that helping people is good, working with people is good, whatever, whoever needs money, monetarily more so. You have to be a part of that game plan. You have to help because it's good karma, which we all believe it's good karma, right? If you give 1 cent, you get back 10 cents, is what our scriptures have always taught us, right? So, in your case, what I feel that, Cancer, is that you have done this already, but in return of that hard work you have put in, that could be your emotions, your money, your energy, your passion in helping people, and getting them back on their feet, trying to be of use to people, running in case people needs your help, helping them in emergencies, whatever that you have done. At the end of the day, you realized that with all the force and determination that you have put in to help people, in general, I'm talking about, hasn't really borne any result for you. That's the feeling that's the energy I'm getting. So you came to a point of understanding that you're not going to help anybody, basically. You don't want to. You don't want to help anybody. You don't want to really be a part of that situation here, you know, and you don't want to hear, you don't want to say anything about other people wherever they are, they're not feeling happy, they are not in a good circumstance, their house is in a mess, their family situation could be in a mess. You're pretending you don't see things. You don't see things because, like I said, you're feeling defeated over a particular situation in your own self. The reason you're doing this, Cancer, the reason you're not moving with that force and determination again to help somebody or some situation to recover, it's only because you feel defeated that you had done this before and you haven't got any result. It was just today you feel that whatever you have done for people has been only a one sided charity, right? Where some of you might have even had to go through um, loan repayments that you have taken for other people in your name as well, for some of you, right? So this is where Spirit is saying, don't worry about it, the star, right? Spirit is saying, keep your faith intact. There is a reason why all this has happened, Cancer. There is a reason why things have happened. There is a purpose to that whole situation where you have helped people but you haven't got back anything in return. And today you're coming to the point of telling yourself that you don't want to be a part of anybody's um, situations like this anymore. Right? But there is a reason. The reason could be a purpose and faith. Right? There is a purpose, and keep your faith intact because you should know there is a purpose. It could be a learning lesson for you as well that you have learned over time in your life that makes you more emotionally victorious, or which will make you more emotionally victorious as you realize that everything is not lost in vain, that there is a purpose to that whole situation that has happened in your life, Cancer. You will see, like, they say, what goes around comes around. What's above and so is below. Karma, right? It's a part of your karma. Yes, you had to go through rough times. Maybe you felt defeated. Maybe you completely gave up on that situation. Maybe. But there is a reason why things have happened. That's what they're saying. So, that situation is moving because you will be able to get out of that situation. You will come out feeling victorious emotionally. You will feel victorious because you will see that going forward, not everything that you have done or given or have shared or have energetically put in your efforts is not lost in vain, Cancer. Enjoy this reading, guys, until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.